look, Numbers 22, verse 20 through 23, 22. I want y'all to pay close attention to what God told Balak. He said, go when the men tell you. So Balaam, listen, this is a life lesson that many people need to learn. So he rose up the next morning and got on his donkey. Nobody told him to do that. God did not tell him, go and do that. The men never came to him and instructed him to come with him. Now, mind you, this is a servant of the Lord. He is filled with the Spirit. He went on a mission with no instructions, no guidance, and no protection. For some reason, when they read these stories in the Bible, they are not learning any lessons. Nobody came to Balaam and told him, come and follow us. So then you see what happened. His anger arose on him, which means he got mad at him and he was getting ready to kill him. Listen to this, because it's a lot of people who are filled with the Spirit, but they have no parable. God gave them no verse in the Bible. They have no journey, no mission. God did not instruct these people to do anything. But yet they're out here with the microphone. They're talking to backsliders. They're talking to unbelievers. They are not equipped. Now, I'm getting ready to tell you what's going to happen to them. When they stand before God on Judgment Day, and he asks, where's my fruit at? They're not going to have no fruit to share for. They're not going to be able to give any fruit. You know why? Because they've been talking to the wind. They have no instructions, no parable, no scripture. They was not directed to the lost. And this right here, I'm letting y'all, the elect, know how the game is going to go. Because these people are doing exactly what Balaam is doing. Nobody instructed you to get up and go and do that. This is the parable of Jesus. There are Enochs who are born Enochs, and there are Enochs of men. And it's a lot of members in the bodies of Christ that are not instructed. God never told you to go and talk to her. Now, these are not false prophets. I'm not talking about the false prophets. They're doing that because they are delusional and they are being used to be as false prophets to send all the other, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about us. They are talking to the wind and they have no fruit to show for. Yeah, they're filled with the Spirit, but when it's time for him to say, where's my interest? You know what they're going to hear, right? Depart from me. depart from it. The same thing with Samuel. When God instructed him, kill everybody. Don't spare nobody. What did he do? He left certain people alive. He kept the animals. Bruh, these people are playing this. Listen, I'm trying to reveal a mystery to y'all. Because some of y'all are trying to figure out why are these people still arguing and debating. These are members of the bodies of Christ who is not equipped. That's why he says, if you are not chastised, they are not legitimate sons. This is in Hebrews. These people are not chastised, because if they were chastised, they will get their stuff together. They will hit the reset button and it'll come to a realization, I messed up. These people are not being rebuked by God. God is not rebuking them because his anger is on them. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not talking about false prophets, because Balaam was clearly a servant of the Lord. These people are moving. They're moving with no instructions. God did not give them a word. That God did not give them nothing. Y'all know that we are equipped. We have a parable and we know who to talk to. But everybody else, they just have this zeal for God, and they're not going to have nothing to show for. No fruit. That's why I'm telling y'all, just because you are filled with the Spirit, that does not mean you are going to heaven. Because a lot of you have no fruit. No fruit. You're just talking to the wind. So what I'm here to let you know, before God send you to hell, you need to get on your knees and ask this man, what is I'm supposed to be doing? If you need me to stop doing what I'm doing, let me know. That's why people like me are here, to show you what you are doing. Because a lot of y'all are just going to keep doing this and be talking to the wind and not going to have nothing to show for it. But I'm telling you, what you can do is ask God, slow me down, talk to me, let me know something, show me something, send me somebody. Give me a vision, give me a dream, show me a verse in the Bible, show me a video, something. Because you little niggas is out of control. That's why y'all seeing these people are getting arguments and they're getting smacked up. Because the anger of God is on these people. But I just wanted to let this message be known before it's too late and you stand before God and you looking stupid because you went with no instructions. Nobody ordered or directed you to do anything. Ask the man, what is I'm doing? Have mercy on me. Stop me before it's too late. God, I know I shouldn't have been doing this, but I have a passion for you. Man, y'all niggas need to work something out, bro. Y'all need to work something out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because a lot of y'all are not going to have no fruit to show for. None. Because you're talking to a bunch of atheists. And they're not going to be convinced. So understand that. You better get right with that man before it's too late. Talk to him. Ask him what's going on. Turn me around before it's too late. No one, nobody told you to do that.